Good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to speak on acute IOP spike, no financial disclosure. Acute IOP spike is an ocular emergency because here patient presents with a severe pain, redness, diminution of vision, headache, and sometimes vomiting. So now, what's the type of glaucoma which can cause this acute IOP arise? In open angle glaucoma, we have a glaucomatocyclitic crisis, traumatic glaucoma, severe inflammation, and pigmentary glaucoma. Glaucomatocyclitic crisis, we know it's a Posner-Solomon syndrome. It's a uniocular involvement. There is a recurrent episode of mild cyclitis. Patient presents with a white eye, increased IOP, fine capes, and corneal edema. IOP is usually very high, and IOP is related to the duration of uveitis, not the degree of uveitis. Since it is a cyclitis, the treatment starts with a topical steroid, topical anti-glaucoma drugs, systemic and carbonic anhydrase inhibitors, and avoid prostaglandin and pilocarpine. About the drugs, Dr. Manidip sir and Dr. Partha Mandal has said a lot of things about that, so I won't go in detail about that. And since it is a recurrent condition, topical NSAIDs are very important. So second entity is a traumatic glaucoma. Here, the rise of pressure is because of the clogging of trabecular meshwork, and glaucoma is more likely to develop with a total hyphema or after rebleed. The treatment starts with a topical steroid, topical anti-glaucoma drugs, systemic carbonic anhydrase inhibitors, and cycloplegics. And if medical treatment fails, then we do anterior chamber wash or hyphema drainage. Indication to do that if IOP is high for longer duration of time or corneal edema is there. Acute IOP rise with a closed angle. We know primary angle closure glaucoma. It happens in a narrow or closed anatomical angles eye, or even in a predisposed eye. If we do put the dilatation drops, we can cause the acute angle closure glaucoma. So before that, we should always do the gonioscopy before putting the drops. Acute angle closure glaucoma, Dr. Murli Arga said about this thing. It's where patient comes with a severe complaint of pain, redness, and all these problems. And when we examine the patient, we see severe corneal edema, dilated non-reactive vertical overpupil, ciliary congestion, shallow anterior chamber, more in the periphery than the center, and complete angle closure. The aim of the treatment is to reduce the IOP, suppress the inflammation, and reverse the angle closure. Drugs, we know already, we have talked about topical beta blocker or bimodine combination, topical steroid tablet acetazolamide, and pilocarpine to bring down the pupil. But mannitol, if nothing is working and if it's possible, we can give the mannitol, but that's what the reserve drug is. We don't give as a first step. But peripheral laser iridotomy is the final definitive treatment, and basically here to establish the communication between anterior and posterior chamber. But these patients may require anti-glaucoma medication, so we have to be very careful and have a long-term follow-up. Secondary angle closure glaucoma is mainly because of the mechanical closure of angle secondary to the posterior pushing mechanism, like in a phacomorphic glaucoma, it's a swelling lens is causing the problem, or in a malignant glaucoma, anterior displacement of the lens iris diaphragm is causing the problem. There are some drugs, systemic drugs like topiramate, it can cause these kinds of symptoms. So in a phacomorphic glaucoma, patient usually have a history of long-standing decreased vision, more common in small hyperopic eye, and patient present with all the signs of acute angle glaucoma like high IOP, mid-dilated pupil, corneal edema, shallow anterior chamber. And with that, there is an intumescent lenses there. So here the final treatment is a cataract surgery. To prepare a patient for the cataract surgery, we have to bring down the IOP, clear the cornea, and to start with, we have to start the anti-glaucoma drugs, steroids or antibiotic eye drops, and finally we do the cataract surgery. That's what the final treatment for the phacomorphic glaucoma is. Malignant glaucoma, aqueous misdirection syndrome. All of us are scared of this thing. Here, patient presents with a flat anterior chamber, central and periphery both, with increased intraocular pressure. Classical malignant glaucoma is reported to occur after the incisional surgery of our primary angle closure glaucoma. Mechanism is multifactorial. Basically, it is because of the anterior rotation of the ciliary body and forward movement of the lens iris diaphragm. The therapy, medical therapy starts with the cycloplegic is the mainstay of the treatment, and some patient may require long-term cycloplegics. We have to reduce the intraocular pressure with the topical anti-glaucoma medications and or oral tablet acetazolamide. Topical steroids are very important to reduce the inflammation, and in some cases, we might have to use osmotic agents. And if medical therapy fails, then laser therapy is the treatment we should try. There is a laser therapy. We try to restore a normal aqueous flow pattern by establishing a direct communication between the vitreous cavity and the anterior chamber. If laser therapy fails, then core vitrectomy is the answer. But whenever we are operating the other eye, we have to be very careful because this problem may happen in other eye too. There are some systemic drugs which causes non-pupillary block angle closure glaucoma. Drugs like topiramate, sulfur drugs. These can cause non-pupillary block angle closure glaucoma. Here, patient presents with a bilateral acute angle closure glaucoma. There is a gross myopic shift, high IOP, angle is closed, and if you do the UBM, we get the shallow anterior chamber and supraciliary effusion. The treatment is IV mannitol if required, because pressure is very high in these cases. Control the IOP with anti-glaucoma medication, topical steroid and cycloplegics, not the pilocarpine. And most important thing is identify and discontinue the drug. In clinical practice, I get some patients with the acute IOP rise after the surgery, after the cataract surgery, if you have a retained viscoelastics, or more common I get with the vitreoretinal surgery, if we have a silicone oil in the AC. If we have a silicone oil in the AC, we have to do the AC wash, because otherwise these patient doesn't settles down. Pupillary block is also quite common after the vitreoretinal surgery, and we do the YAG-PI, and these patients, they tend to get the pupillary block, like PI used to get blocked in these patients, and some patients may need a repeat of the YAG-PI until silicone oil and all that thing settles down. To conclude, there is a proper diagnosis important for the correct management. Miotics can worsen the secondary angle glaucoma, so the proper medication should be used and drug should be decided on the depends on the disease. Topical steroid is important to control the inflammation, and all these patients need long-term follow-up.